moving on to the second part of our homework for Wednesday, October the 31st. We'll do the Unit 7 guided practice. Start with number 1. Darby pulls weeds on Friday and Saturday to earn extra money. He spends 2 3/10 hours each day pulling weeds. How many total hours does Darby spend pulling weeds? So if I think of this for the operation, I'm looking for my total, and I have equal groups to put together because he's working the same amount of hours on both days. So that operation would be multiplication. So right here we have, we use cubes. I'll just use cubes for this one so it doesn't take really long to solve all of these. But the C for cubes is circle the question. So we want to know how many total hours. So we're looking for the total. Does he spend pulling the weeds? So we did that. Underline the important information, the verbs and the keywords. It is spends right there, is telling you how much time he spends each day. Each day is kind of a key right there. And then we want to know the total, that's a keyword. And how much should he spend pulling the weeds? So we underline, we need a box for important information. So we know that it's 2.3 hours each day. And it's on Friday and Saturday. Eliminate. So I can cross out a little bit of it, but not a whole lot. Strategize. So there's 2 ways to solve this problem. I can either do it on the number line, or I can just go ahead and multiply the numbers because it's the same thing. So I'll write for my strategy the number line or multiply. Okay. So Friday and Saturday is 2 days. I'm going to first go ahead and just do standard multiplication. So the larger or longer digit goes on top. So this one's going to go on top. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 4. I hopped 1 time here. So that should be my answer, but let's double check. So we're going 2 days and we're doing 2 3/10 of an hour each day. So we're gonna look on our number line and we're gonna have to hop 2 times, but each time we hop, we're gonna have to hop 2 3/10 to signify how many hours he spent, and we should land on 4 6/10 if we do it right. So let's start here. We're gonna hop. We're going to go all the way. There's 1, 2, so 2 holes, right? But then I need to do 3/10. Let's count 1, 2, 3. It should land right about there. So there's my first hop. Now I'm going to do it again. I'm going to hop another 2 and then 3/10. So if I hop a whole nother one, I should land right for 1 about here, but I'm doing 2. So I'm going to hop 1, 2, 3, right about here. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. So that's my 2 and then my 3/10. So I have the 1, 2, 3. So I have to do my 10th part right there. And if you add that up, that gives you exactly 4 6/10. So my answer should have been A. All right, number 2. Danella put peach preserves in jars that hold 3 8/10 ounces each. She made enough preserves to fill 5 5/10 of jar. Danella wrote this equation and drew this area model to find how many ounces of preserve she made. So there's our equation, and then she drew a model. How many total ounces of preserves did Danella make? Well, we have these jars, and they hold this many ounces, and she made enough to fill 5 1/2 jars. So right here, this signifies exactly all that she's already doing, this whole model. So it's different than this one. So I'm going to show you So if we go ahead and we split this up, we can see where they came up with 5 and 5/10, and the other way going 3 and 8/10. So let's see if I have a color that I can use here. Let's use a highlighter. For my 5 holes for my first number, we know that these signify the holes right here. So there's a hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's my 5 holes for my jars. And then I have also 5/10. Well, these are those little tenths. So let's see if I have 5 of them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I do. I have my 5/10 right here. So this on the top is signifying my 5 and 5/10. Now going the other way, that's signifying the ounces. So they had originally split this, they just overlapped them, but they had split this into, find a color, 3 and 8/10. So coming this way, we would have had right here our 1 hole coming this way. So I'm going to try to do it lightly so I don't mess this up. 1 hole, all the way down, 2 holes, 3 holes. And then counting down here, we have 8/10. So that's where they get these numbers from. If we go ahead and we add all of these holes up and these tenths up, that should give us our answer. Or we can just do it the standard way. So the standard way would be to do 5 and 5/10 times 3 and 8/10. We don't worry about the decimals until the end. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 5 is 40 plus 4 is 44. We are done with our 8, so I'm going to cross that out. 0. 3 times 5 is 15. I'm going to get my 1. I forgot to get rid of that. 3 times 5 is 15 plus 1 is 16. Let's go ahead and add them. I have 0, 9, 10, 2. So now I can go ahead and see how many times I had to bunny hop. So on the first one, I went once. On the second one, I went once. So I should go 2 times. 1, 2. Okay, so my answer should be G. Now, if I'm going to do this the other way that I was talking about, I would count up my holes because the picture gives you the answer. So here's 1 hole. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, okay? Because we know that this is a hole. And we know that this is a tenth. And we know that the little tiny pieces, those are hundredths and squaring each. So we have 15 holes so far, but that may change. So let's start counting our tens. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 9, 10. Ooh, we got 10 tenths. 10 tenths is actually a hole. So now we are at 16 holes. So I'm just going to write over to the side 16. Because we'll cross it out as we keep going. Now let's keep counting. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more tenths is another hole. So now I'm no longer 16, I'm 17. Keep going. I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more tenths is a hole. Cross that out. And it's 18 now. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 tenths is another hole. So that's 19. Keep going up here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then plus another 5. So I know right here we have another 5. So that's another 10th. So that gives me another whole. We're at 20. And then I have 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 tenths so far. So I'll write this here. 5 tenths so far. This is for my wholes. Let's count up my hundredths now. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. So 5, and so this one would give me 10. So 10 hundredths is 1 tenth. So now I went to 6 tenths. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it gave me another one. I'm at 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another one, I'm at 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have another one. So I ended up with 9 tenths and I'm out. So I know this has to be an answer. So that gives me 20 wholes and 9 tenths. And that is the answer that we got. So our picture also gives us our answer. Now that model is different than this one because of what the question's asking. She uses all of the jars with all of the ounces so we can kind of count up how much we had all together into its parts. But here, this is a completely different story. Number 3, Cleo raked 8 tenths of the backyard. He mowed 7 tenths of the raked portion of the yard. The large square represents the backyard. So he raked 8 tenths, and then he mowed 7 tenths of the raked portion of the yard. Which decimal number represents the portion of the yard Cleo both raked and mowed? Okay, so let's see what we're talking about here. So they multiply or color, when we color those square things, those that we did in class, we will color one way, and then the other one we color the other way, and where they intersect tells us our answer. So let's see which side is representing what tenth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this side is the 7 tenths, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This side is the 8 tenths. They multiply that together, and where they intersect is where it was both raked and mowed. So if we count this up, it will give us the same answer as if we did it standard. 8 times 7 is 56. Let's see how many times we hop. We hop once on the top, once there, so 2 altogether. 1, 2. And a lot of you may be confused by this, but if you look at it, I have, let's see, I have 7 here in the shaded portion. So if I added 3 more to that, that'd give me a tenth. And then I just keep doing that, and that will give me 5 tenths with 6 little pieces left over in that little box. So it does make sense. Okay, so my answer for this one should have been C. Number 4. Stacy's mother baked 6 chocolate chip cookies. Each cookie contained 2 3/10 grams of chocolate chips. Which model can be used to find the total number of grams of chocolate chips Stacy's mother used? Okay. In this problem, we are looking again for our total number of grams. So if we're looking for our total, we have equal groups to put together. Each cookie contained this many grams, and she made 6 cookies. So we've got equal groups. We have 6 cookies that each contain the same thing, and we want to know the total number of grams. So I'm going to go ahead and solve it, because that's always the easiest thing to do first, to see what you're working with. So 2 3/10 times 6 is 18. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 is 13. See how many times I hopped. I hopped 1 time here, so I go 1 time here. So I can look and see which model is representing this equation, 2 3/10 times 6. And I can also look for my answer to be 13 8/10. So let's look here. If I go this way, I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3/10. And then Does that make any sense? No, because it should be 2 3/10. So that's not right. We can already say, nope, goodbye. This one's not right. Okay? Let's see about this one. This one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's no tenths, so that's looking good so far. And now let's do it the other way. The other way goes 1, 2, and then how many tenths? We have 1, 2, 3 tenths. That one's looking pretty good. So far we have a 6 up here, and then we have the 2 3/10 here. Let's count and see if that gives us 13 8/10. I'll use a different color so we can see it better. So we have 1 hole here, 2 holes, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we're at 12 holes. Let's count our tenths because 10 tenths is 1 hole. So I have 1, 2, 3. It's hard to see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I'm at 13 holes. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 tenths and 13 holes. So is that what I was looking for? Yes, it was. I was looking for 13 holes and 8 tenths. So G is the right answer. And just to double check, I can look at these. This one would signify 1, 2, 3 holes and 3 3/10 because I have 3 tenths. That's not anywhere in my equation, so that'd be wrong. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4 multiplied by 1, 2, 2 and 3/10. 2 3/10 and 4. No, that's not right because we need 6, so that one's not right either. So G should have been my answer.